Alright everyone, gather around, group picture.
Hey, don't forget me. Hold on, let me get in there. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go, that's good enough.
Be sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How's everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Sector. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see, we do get the basic style box, of course, when it comes to the Storm Mortal Kombat line. So we do get the order right there on the front of the box. On the top does say ages 17 and up, Storm Collectibles 112 Action Series, even though it technically is not a 6-inch scale figure line, more like a 7-inch scale figure line. Then we do get a really dope image of Sector on the bottom, says Mortal Kombat and Sector. And then the bottom of the box here, we do get the barcode and Blood Plus, and what nobody cares about. Then here's the top of the box. And then the one side here, we do get a cool image of the figure there. Then the other side, we do get the continuation of the image on the front of the box right there, which is my favorite part about these Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles boxes. And the back here, we do get a bunch of really cool poses you can get the figure into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure. We're going to take a closer look at this cyborg ninja who comes with the coolest accessories out of all three of them. And I really feel like Cyrax got gypped with weaponry accessories, even though you could use all the accessories between the three ninjas. But yeah, Cyrax really did get kind of shitted on when it comes to accessories. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Storm Collectibles once again did a beautiful job with another cyborg ninja, and Sector is definitely my favorite out of all three of them. Now, I do have one big complaint, and I don't know if you could see it, but right here I have a nice chunk of paint that got scuffed off, and that was fresh out of the box, man. I saw it through the window of the box. It's like, come on, man, how do you let something like that go out? And that's disgusting. That really pisses me off. So that's the one main thing I am not happy about at all. And just like with the other cyborg ninjas, you will run into like paint rub, or some of the paint is gonna kind of rub up on the legs or around the torso, so you do have to be careful of that. But that's the only issues that I do have with the figure. Besides that, I love the red paint that they used, especially right here. I love the glossiness to it. That's beautiful paintwork, man. And I noticed some more paint that came off there as well. Gosh darn it, Storm Collectibles. But the head sculpt here looks just as awesome as the other cyborg ninjas. It's the same exact figure as the other two. We do get the cable dreads, which are a soft rubbery type plastic, which turned out awesome as well, and they can swivel on the top of the head. And the paint turned out really nice on the head sculpt there. So very nice job on that, where the black meets the red, where the black meets the silver and the red meets the silver. So nice job on the head sculpt of Sector there. Then the torso here, I love the way this piece looks. Like I said, I love the red paint that they used on Sector. Just it pops on the figure, you know what I mean? Very clean paintwork all throughout this piece, on the shoulders as well, and then same thing on the back. But I feel like they, see how they went heavier with the red paint on this part, but they didn't on the shoulder and the back. That's kind of odd there. It looks like this needed at least another layer, because you can kind of see like silver under it. But I mean, besides that, everything looks great on it. And then even the underclothing, I like all the sculpted lines all throughout it. They didn't just make it a plain black, they at least added some cool sculpt detail to it, which I definitely do appreciate. And this piece is a separate piece, just like with the other cyborg ninjas as well. And then the arms turned out pretty good too. Nice clean paint all throughout it. Nice sculpt detail as well around the gauntlets and everything. Elbow joints blend in pretty good. Also, then we do get the belt piece here, and I always like the way this piece looks. Just the sculpted like wrinkles on it and everything look really cool, man. And very clean paintwork as well. And it is a separate piece in a soft rubbery type plastic, so this will get out of the way of the leg articulation. Then the legs here, we do get some of that sculpt detail through it, those sculpted lines and stuff. Same with on his cybernetic butt there. They added those sculpted lines on there as well. And I like the way the knee armor looks. I think that looks really cool. Same with the armor on the shin. That looks dope. I like they added like a black shading on it, and it looks really nice on that. Same with on the knee armor as well. Then the feet here, we do get that red paint mixed with the black, which looks really nice and very clean. On the bottom of them, nothing going on at all. But overall, I think they did a beautiful job with Sector. Like I said, I love the red paint. My main issue is that ugly, ugly paint scuff on there right there. That is definitely not cool, man. That really ticks me off. But besides that, the detail on this figure looks awesome as hell. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories. Out of all the Cyborg Ninjas, personally, I think Sector is included with the most badass, coolest accessories, man. He's just included with a bunch of really cool stuff. And if you get the Big Bad Toy Store edition, you do get an extra flamethrower, which looks sick as hell. But the regular version here is still included with some dope stuff. So just like the other Cyborg Ninjas, we do get an extra set of cable dreads, and these ones actually do sit up higher. Two pictures should pop up, what one looks like with the ones already on the figure and what these look like on the figure. I didn't catch on to that at first. I thought they were just some extra ones, but these sit up a little bit higher on the head. So we do get that, and then we do get a few of his weapons. So we do get his Fatality Compactor, and then we do also get a missile with a smoke effect as well. And we do have the booster effect that's on there also. So let's take a look at the compactor first. So we do get these two pieces. We do get this piece, and then we do get this piece here. Now this is the actual compactor, and I'll show you how to put all that together shortly. What's cool about these, I love the blood splatter all throughout it on both sides and then on the inside as well. And these pieces actually slide out, which is freaking awesome, man. So you can compact the entire body of his opponent there. But I love the blood all throughout it. Very Mortal Kombat-y, if I may say so. So we do get the compactor pieces. Then we do get the bar piece that extends and holds this piece here. Like I said, I'll show you how to set it up shortly, but I love the paintwork all throughout it, and the sculpt detail turned out pretty cool too. And this is where you peg it into Sector's chest there. So we do get that. Then we do get this piece that holds the compactor, and this is the piece that comes out, and then this piece comes out as well. And I love the blood all throughout the ridges right here. I think that looks pretty cool, man. And it just has some beautiful paint detail all throughout it, and I'll show you what that looks like shortly. Then we do get the missile effect with the booster effect already on the missile and the smoke effect as well. And I think this is my favorite accessory with Sector here. Very cool looking missile. And then I love the translucent plastic, the orange translucent plastic, and it turns into a darker orange and almost like a red color, and that does peg like that, so you can look like he already shot it out and it's heading towards his opponent. Or you could take the smoke effect here, which is also a translucent plastic, but they painted some lighter gray and darker gray all throughout it. And I love the sculpt detail all throughout it. And this side pegs into his chest. So say you want to make it look like the missile just shot out, unpeg this piece, peg this piece in, and it'll look like it's shooting right out of his chest, which I'll show you what that looks like shortly. But like I said, this is definitely my favorite accessory with Sector here, and I'll show you how to put the compactor together and what the missile looks like on Sector right now quickly. And the way you use his accessories are fairly simple. Now for the missile here, like I said, you just unpeg that. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on Sector here. So you just hinge these pieces open. We have the peg hole right there. Just line up the peg that in, and then there you go. That looks sick, man. I love the way this accessory looks, and this is probably how I will have him displayed right there. So that's for the missile. Now for the compactor here, now this is the main piece that stands out right there like that, and then this piece is the piece that does connect into Sector there. Then you do have these two pieces. So what you want to do, what I do, is I put one of these pieces on, and you got to use a little bit of force. Well, the first time you do. Once you do it once, it's not as difficult to do, and you can slide that piece out. Then what I do is I slide this piece in, and it is all notched a specific way for these accessories. So you take this piece and slide that down, let's say right about there, to line it up with the peg for Sector here. Alright, there's that. And then take this piece and then do that. And then slide that out right there. And then there you go. You have him with his compactor accessory. And sorry, I moved the camera a little bit. And you can slide it all the way down. Say you want to put a figure in there so it looks like he's crushing them. You could do something like that, and then use some of the blood effects you have from like Scorpion or maybe Baraka or something like that, and you could look like he fully crushed somebody, and you could have like a blood effect shooting out or something like that. So definitely a really cool accessory, and it's crazy how something like that comes out of a cyborg ninja. But like I said, man, he is definitely included with the coolest accessories. So we do get that awesome stuff. And then we finally get 8 alternate hands. Then starting on the top right here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, and these are all the same hands that we got with Cyrax and Cyborg Smoke. Then we do get a pair of open type hands, and we do get a pair of finger clenching type hands, and we do get another pair of finger clenching hands, but you do have the pinky and the ring finger clenched a little bit more, and they're molded together, while the index finger and the middle finger are kind of just sticking out a little bit further compared to those two fingers there. But we do get some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 8 hands, and they are very simple to swap out as well, since they are a very soft rubbery type plastic, so you don't have to worry about your wrist joints breaking. That's always a good thing when you don't have to worry about a wrist joint breaking. That was a lot to say right there. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with this Cyborg Ninja. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Sector to the very top of his cybernetic head there. It looks like he's a little bit over 7 inches tall. Whoops, almost knocked him over. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles MK3 Scorpion, Cyrax, Reptile, and Baraka. And as you can see, Sector does scale well with the other figures in the line. Mainly these 3, because those are the newer figures. Reptile here is their first figure that they ever made. Well, that mold is the first figure they ever made, so he is a bit shorter compared to the rest of the newer figures there, but he does scale well with the rest of the line there. And then here he is compared to the NECA Original Movie TMNT Raphael, the NECA Ultimate Edition Jungle Hunter Predator, the Mezco 112 Silver Knight Batman, and the Storm Collectibles Goro. And just like the other Cyborg Ninjas, I think Sector does scale really well with Goro here, and he does scale pretty good with the NECA line as well. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Cyborg Smoke, the SH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku, and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and if you have Cyrax or Cyborg Smoke, you know what type of articulation to expect with Sector here. So as I mentioned, the cable dreads can swivel around, so that's definitely cool. And then for the neck here, we do have a barbell joint, and one ball peg connects into the head, and the other does connect into the torso right there. So the upper neck joint, you can't really get them to look up that much. It does look down alright with that joint. You do get really nice pivot there, then it does swivel as well. The lower neck joint though, can move it forward and back decently, so you can get them to look up just a tiny bit more, not too much more though. You can get them to look down a little bit more, combining both the joints. Then it does pivot down there, and it does swivel as well. So combining both joints, you do get a little bit better articulation with the head there, and one of the cable dreads on peg. Let's peg that back in there. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso, and then one at the waist, and this strap does hide the gaps in the torso there. So you can get Sector to go back with the torso about that much, and then crunches forward about that much with the joint. Then you do get really nice pivot. Beautiful pivot at that torso right there, so I really do like the pivot there. Then it does swivel as well, and one of the cable dreads came out again. Gosh darn it, Sector. But you do get some very nice articulation at the torso here. It does swivel as well. And I forgot to mention, this piece does hinge open, and so does this piece, and it does reveal all like the wiring and all that stuff right there. And we do have a peg hole because we do have a couple accessories that I went over already that does peg into that peg hole there. And look, another piece of paint chipped off there. Gosh darn it. And then the waist here goes forward about that much, so with both joints Sector crunches forward that much, and then the waist goes back that much. Combining it with the torso, he does go back a lot there. And then the waist does have some pretty damn good pivot actually, so combining both joints you'll get some really nice pivot figure, and then it does swivel there as well. Now the arms here, we do have a nice circular motion out of the shoulder there, and then the arms do go out to the sides a little more than 90 degrees, and then they do go up and down. We do have true bicep swivel. Then we do have double jointed elbows that pretty much bend in all the way. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist there, so it does swivel and hinges. Where's the hinge? There it is. Hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, Sector can kick forward a lot more than 90 degrees, so that is definitely awesome. Goes to the back almost 90 degrees. Let's see if he can. Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and damn right he can, because he is a freaking cyborg ninja. Then we do get a decent hip swivel there, and then we do have the double jointed knees that do bend back all the way. And then the ankles here, the joint swivels just a tiny bit, not too much though. Swivels better inside than out. I don't know if they're supposed to swivel, but you can get them to swivel a little bit. The ankles do hinge up a decent amount, hinge down really well, and then you get that ankle pivot that kind of goes outward the more you use it. But if you kind of swivel the joint, you can line it up where it looks more natural there, so definitely appreciate that. And then you do have a nice toe hinge. So overall, just like with Cyrax and Cyborg Smoke, you do get the same type of articulation with Sector here, which is pretty damn good articulation, and you're going to be able to get them in some pretty badass cybernetic and ninja-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Sector. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it an 8.5. Articulation, I'd give it an even 9. Accessories, I'd give it a perfect 10. And then the overall quality, I would give an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check over at their website at agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find it on there, I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. On the top does say ages 17 and up, Storm Collectibles, blah, 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 blah. On the back here, we do get a bunch of really cool images you can get the figure into, along with some of the really cool images, really cool poses. Damn you, dash metal. A 6-inch scale figure line, more like a 7-inch scale figure line. And then, oh my god, what the heck? Scorpion, Cyrax, Reptilian. Reptilian. I think Sector does scale with. I think Skector. Moving on to the accessories. Moving on to the accessories. Sector. We do get a cool image of the figure there. On the other side, we do get the. I don't know what the hell that was.